wasn't safe from these activists. We had this bit of tone-deaf activism at Dodger Stadium on the weekend. Here is singer Vanessa Hernandez, known as Neza. No, I've never heard of her either. Anyway, here she is being told to sing the national anthem in English, obviously, but instead she sang it, screeched it really, in Spanish, and then she cried about it.
It's okay, we are going to do the song in English today, so I'm not sure.
Today, out of all days, I could not. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just could not believe when she walked in and told me no. But I just felt like I needed to do it. Para mi gente.
Hero. I wonder if she's worked out why Mexicans speak Spanish. Could it be because they were conquered, Neza, colonized by Spain? She's singing the language of the colonizers, but she wants you to know she's very proud.
I'm proud of myself for doing that today. Because my parents are immigrants and they've been citizens like my whole life at this point. They got documented really early, but I just can't imagine them being ripped away from me, even at this age, like, let alone like a little kid. Like, what are we doing?
So your parents are legal migrants and no parent is ripped away from their kid. The kids go back with them to the parents' home country. What we're doing, you asked, we're enforcing the law. That's what's happening in America, like Obama did when he deported a record number of illegal immigrants, more than 2.5 million, earning himself the nickname the Deporter-in-Chief. Have we forgotten about that? And though the protesters claim this is about no kings, it's about due process, what they really want to do is overturn the entire system, democracy, capitalism. They want to burn it all down. Here is Army Horowitz undercover in a keffiyeh, and he gets the protesters to say the quiet bit out loud.
But is it more about due process or more about overturning the system?
Overturning the system.
For sure.
Yeah, I think we have to overturn the system.
Overturn this whole American system.
The whole system needs to come down.
Do we want to replace it with what?
I don't.
Do we need?
That's the thing. This might turn into something else. Those 13, how many countries are being banned from traveling?
Yeah.
They might have something as well beyond this too.
Maybe we go like the Haiti system, or
it might spark
Yemen or Afghanistan. Exactly. That might work better.
Exactly.
Do you condemn the violence?
Never.
Do I condemn violence?
Yeah.
I don't condemn people for fighting what they believe is right.
In order to get your point across, sometimes there has to be violence.
Do you really condemn the violence, or do you understand it?
I would stand it. Stand up against the bully. If somebody's going to need violence. So we need violence.
Because we're going to continue to bite the hand that you think the fuck feeds us.
This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of what's yet to come.
Can you condemn the violence, or do you understand it?
I understand.
I understand it.
We need to break shit down before we can rebuild.
Burn it down.
Burn it down.
Joining me now is filmmaker and journalist Army Horowitz. Army, were you cherry picking there, or was that the majority opinion amongst the protesters you spoke to?
Yeah, so generally the way I work, I lift the kimono a little bit, let you in on the process. Look, when I do a video, what you see is the majority view of who I speak with. Sure, there might be dissenters who think differently, but if they're not the majority voice, the video doesn't go out, or I make the video to reflect that. So generally in my videos, that's the majority voice. This video, Rita, was different. This was every single person. In fact, I had an addendum at the end of the video stating that. I spoke with over 30 people over the course of a number of hours, and not a single person deviated from the views you just heard. I also shot another segment, I didn't put the video, but I also asked them, are we on stolen land? Or should we give this land we're talking about is California, Arizona, New Mexico. Should we give it back to Mexico? They all said yes, or they said give it back to the natives. Look, let's be clear about something. These people are not stupid. I know it's an easy tag to put on people, say, oh, they're just fools, they're useful idiots. No, Rita, they know exactly what they're doing. It always got me upset. during the Palestinian pro-Hamas protests when people said, oh, they're just fools, they don't know what they're doing. I'm sorry, you hollowing out the power of their intent by saying that. They know exactly what they were doing then. They were calling for the genocide of the Jewish people, the destruction of the state of Israel. They knew exactly what from the river to the sea meant. They may not have known which river, which sea. That's a geography lesson. It has nothing to do with the reality of how they felt. Same thing with this. They're not stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. The entire time, Rita, there was an undercurrent of violence, right? The violence broke out night after night in Los Angeles. And you can feel it even in the daytime. If you said the wrong thing or they thought you were the wrong person, they would take you down. I was standing there when somebody said, I love America, and took out an American flag, and they beat him, just like they beat me in the campus at CUNY, where I took out the American flag. The same thing happened here. It's the same. People wearing keffiyehs there. That's on purpose. There's an interconnection, the intersectionality between these people and the pro-Hamas voters. This is where we're at in this country, where they want the destruction
It's the same
of the United
crowd.
States. Rita. Yes, no question about it.
It is the same crowd. I mean, they are the same anti-American, anti-Western civilization crowd, whether it's BLM riots, whether it's pro-Hamas, whether it's crazy environmentalists, or in this case, these anti-Trump, anti-ICE. They're the same crowd. And what's worrying there, as you showed in the video, was that they have no issues with violence. Not only do they tolerate violence, they think it is a sound method to achieve their goals.